I talk to artists all around the world, and I realized the UK has such a big culture, a big infrastructure. That we have multiple platforms that we can release music. We have multiple platforms that we can do interviews, podcasts. It's crazy. And you know what, guys? There's always people that take advantage. There's always they come in all shapes and forms. Usually they come looking like us. So they're usually the front man. And then behind them, you will have the corporates that will give everyone the chats. And then they will get them in the rooms. And then you always hear about bad deal structures. You always hear about bad deal structures. And this is what the previous video that I shot with Fumes the engineer. Like, I wanted to give the guy his accolades, but he didn't understand that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, but this is what happens with bad deal structures. Are you with me? Big shout out to Quang Face, man. I wanted to do a video just to welcome him home. He's come a long way. Like I said, Fumes the engineer said that all my artists left me, which is not true. I used to manage Kwengface, and my business partner at the time now manages Kwengface now. So big shout out to Beans. So we've been, during COVID, it's been maybe COVID's 5-6 years. So it's been 5-6 years deep that Quang has been working with the team. Do you know what I mean? And they've gone on to do amazing stuff that has nothing to do with me. I started working with Kwengface when hi-hats, we released hi-hats, we released RT, and we released Swing It. So just understand from then, guys. But big shout out to Fumes the engineer, because Fumes, obviously, and Jamal, our RIP Jamal, they made the link with Ed Sheeran. And I remember that picture that went actually viral. And that's just amazing stuff that Fumes does for the culture. That I was actually there was like a plugged in session. I was actually in the studio when Ed Sheeran there, Kwengface, they made a song. I don't know why the song didn't come out, to be honest. I don't know why it didn't come out, but it didn't come out. So it's amazing to see that Quang's out. And you know what? To give Quang his flowers. The guy knew he was going to jail. He pleaded guilty, so the man took a lesser sentence. He owned up to his crime. He done the time. But he prepared himself. He made, you know how much songs that he made? And you know what his manager done, Beans? While he was in prison. Bro, they kept on releasing songs like he wasn't really in prison. And Quang has actually been on nearly all the platforms, even the one in America. He's done a Colors. Imagine that. Kwengface done a Colors. Like someone from Zone 2, someone that dark drill, like that, like I never even think that he could do the crossover. But one thing about him, yeah, I swear to you, out of every single artist that I've worked with, he's one of the most respectful people. He listens. He's on badness, but he listens, bro. He listens and he has his own brain. He has his own mindset. And you know what? For me, this is what, even when obviously why I've come back to music, launching my marketing agency, coaching, mentorship. Like I don't want to manage artists no more, bro. I don't want your percentage. I've never ever taken a management percentage of Kwengface. So there was never a breakdown on communication. No one could ever whisper in Kwengface's ear because I never took a management percentage of him. And this is, you know, when we say money is the root of all evil, money is the actual root of all evil, because we've locked in, and we probably still will have locked in because my man is actually, he understands it. There's never been an argument over money. He's a hard worker, you get me? And he knows, like, as someone that tries to mentor him as older, like telling him, bro, this don't make sense, this makes sense, come on, bro, let's get you on the straight. We don't want you spending the rest of your life in prison. And now that he's come out, he's announced, boom, out, posting, it's amazing to see. He ain't wearing a mask, you can see the growth in him. And the genius thing is when they done that drum and bass. Like, they done the drum and bass thing. Don't ever, like, Kwengface done a drum and bass song and it went crazy. Like, it went crazy in Joe, like crazy. And you gotta respect, you gotta big up Quang, you gotta big up Beans, you get me? And that is a powerful, like, they was just dropping. My man's in Joe, they're just dropping. I'm just like, bro, this is amazing. And not many people just understood that. But the reason why me and him's always been close, because there's never really been no money involved. And if there was money from previous things in the past and no management fees, he knows, bro. Man's always flown straight. Man's always guided him. Man's always tried to think of the best for him. And big respect to him. And I wish him all the best. And I know that him with the right mindset, building a label and developing these artists and doing songs with these artists and carrying on having the right structure, the clothing branding and whatnot, like, you just keep on going, my brother. You get me? And this is just a message just to say, welcome home, bro. You have your own mindset. You've been doing music for a very long time, so you know what to do, what not to do. And I'm always gonna be supporting you, bro. When you drop, I'm always gonna be supporting you. So keep on going, man. Keep on going. Now, moving on, because I want to break down, guys, like, there's a lot of people in our culture that take advantage of our culture. And then usually the people that's outspoken or the people that is like saying certain things are the ones that are not taking advantage, but we always look like the bad guys. You get me? And it's okay. I understand the internet. For me, I understand. I'm on here to do a job. Please comment, share your opinions, whether it's trolling and whatnot. Please help with the algorithms, and I'm not gonna delete your comment, bro. 9 times out of 10, I don't even really read the comments, but sometimes I read the comments and sometimes I use it to reply. You get me? When I'm giving people their accolades and I'm saying, yo, boom, this person done this, it's to show you how much money is in our culture. Because when I break down and I show you that artists are doing 1 billion streams, then you'll know that the labels or other people own like 90% of them. You'll realize, like, bruv, what is going on? With Dig That, he owns 100% of Air Force. He owns 100% of Air Force because we didn't sell it for no 30, 20, 40K. Do you know what I mean? To the labels. We held on to that, and that was a residual income. And that's what I always try to get into artists, like, and that's what you need to understand as a business person, to have residual incomes, you get me? And that's what people need to understand, because if you don't have a residual income and you start getting a flipping a car on finance, because every car is on finance now. No one's not really spending their money outright unless you're gone. But no one's not going to really spend their money outright to buy a car. You buy a house, get a mortgage. It's a mortgage, innit? The bank owns the house, innit? You own the house, but it's not paid off, innit? And it's a liability, innit? Because it's going out of your account. You get me? If you've bought a house and you converted into flats, you made it into an Airbnb and you've got money coming in each month, you know that, okay, that's an asset. You know you're making money, you're making residuals. But if it's just an outgoings and then you're paying off your mortgage, but obviously you know that is a liability. It's like having a car, innit? You know that, okay, cool, I've got the biggest car, but I'm spending 2 or 3K a month, but it's a liability because it's always coming out. So it's like you're making money from here, but you're having to pay here. It's a liability, guys. So just remember and make sure that you kind of look at things within your means. Like make sure you put your money in the right areas and ask yourself, like, is it feasible or does it make sense? Or is the businesses that you're in, what are you bringing back? Like, how much capital are you bringing back each month? You get me? How much does it cost if you're putting in digital ads? What is it, the cost per lead? Do you know what I mean? What does it make sense? How is your business growing? You get me? Because every business that every business I do, I just put it back into marketing. Dumb down on that. You get me? In a couple years, okay, cool, we're here. Do you know what I mean? But as long as I can live and things make sense, obviously we have to treat ourselves. You get me? And this is why I'm saying everything that I do now, it just needs to make sense. Like, a lot of artists reach out to me and they're like, yo, like, flipping, I want you to manage me or take a percentage. And bro, I don't want to take a percentage, bro. Man's been bashed, bro, but I got to tread carefully. This is what I can do. This is what I can offer. This is the infrastructure I built. These are the pages that I got for advertisement, and this is my fee. That's it, bro. If man build you up now to getting 100K deal, 200K a mil, you are own 100%. You keep 100%. That's it, and that's how it needs to be. Because I feel like with artists, it's like no one don't want to work. No one don't want to really work. You get me? And it's with people in general. Everyone's kind of scared with like, they're scared to move forward. They're scared to learn. They're scared to not get it right. And you're not going to get it right with your business. I want you to understand the first time you're not going to get it right, and it might take you so long. I've been building the Bouncer Hub for a year now. Tweaking things, live seminars. And man's done great things. You get me? Man's got great results. The fact that man's done 3.5 years, 4 years out, not even understanding that how the game works, and coming back and getting an artist from 500 monthly listeners to 100,000 monthly listeners in 90 days. Cyru. I'm going to do a full breakdown of Cyru in this next video. So you get me? This is coming out today, Tuesday. I'm going to do a full breakdown Wednesday, tomorrow, of Cyru. So make sure you lock down and you can actually just see. But it's just kind of breaking down, guys, like 12 million uploads last year on Spotify. 12 million. Go look it up. 12 million uploads. And only 0.6%, around 8,000, made around $10,000. And this is what I mean. You get me? And a lot of people put thousands into music videos, and the strategies and digital ads and targets and how man got them streams and recouped. Bro, man study these things, you get me? But what it is with artists, they think they can do it alone, and they can, but it might just take longer, you get me? And there's a high percentage of music artists. Music is a thing where it's like you show your craft, but then you build other areas as well, you get me? You got H, you got a number of people, you get me? you got a number of people that's now got products. You get me? You got a number of people that's got products, whether they got drinks, whether they got alcohol, whether they got merch, whether they've got whatever it is, food shops. They've got a product from having their music here. Now, a lot of musicians end up becoming billionaires. Not a lot, but the musicians that's become billionaires like Rihanna or Jay-Z or whatever, or Kanye, they've done it from other products, you get me? And use their music as something that's here, but use their power to then build other products and invest in the multiple businesses, etc., etc. So I just want you lot to understand, as content creators, let's just take away music. If you just have a business, understand it's important to pivot. You get me? I'm going to do a video with my boy Sharif about pivoting, and understand that the generation that we're in, the younger generation, you lot are so lucky, because the older generation, they used to smoke crack, you get me? And they're not used to the internet. And even now, my generation are not really used to the internet. So the fact that I had to come out and then adjust to the internet, you get me? It's like I'm part of the younger generation, you get me, that has managed to break through, because my generation is not used to how the internet is, you get me? So you gotta understand, the generation that we've got now, you lot that's watching, we have free apps. The apps are free. We have Snapchat, we have TikTok, we have Instagram. These apps, Twitter, they are free apps. Utilize these apps, because the world is changing, guys. You get me? When is the last time you rang up a taxi? Like, you called a taxi? When's the last time you done that? Ask yourself that. Even in the era, even in your era, do you even know about calling up taxis? Do you know? You just go on your phone and order an Uber, right? When was the last time you phoned up a taxi? Called an Uber, called a Bolt, called a Kareem. When was the last time? So you need to pivot. If you've got a business, you've got an idea, you need to pivot. What is the correct way of marketing your business in 2025? What does it look like? And for me, I'm like, bro, like, bounce. Don't ever let anyone try to bring you down if you try 100 businesses, because you only have to get one right, and then you're done, you're gone. So don't let all these people that's watching you like, bro, like, what happened to this and what happened to this? You got to ask them what happened to what's going on with your business, bro? Or what you doing? They'll tell you, oh yeah, I got an idea, but I've had this idea for 3 years. Well, bro, like, man's putting man's thing out there, bro. And if it don't work, it don't work. And then I realized, you know what, Bounce? Most of these people and most of these moguls and most of these people that end up selling their business for 200 million, half a billion and whatnot, 100 million, it's because they had their business for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Like, they've had their business for that long and they've carried on doing the exact same thing every day. And I done things a bit backwards. For nearly 7 years, I started developing people. That's why every single day I get a new opportunity and I have to say no respectfully. I need to focus on my personal brand. I ain't got no management. I ain't got no financial advisors like that. I'm just focusing on my personal brand for 1-2 years. I don't want to know. I've got multiple businesses that I'm focusing on, but I'm focusing on my personal brand. I'm focusing on the Bouncer Hub. I'm focusing on all these other areas that I have. Do you know what I mean? And you just have to dumb down on that. YouTube, new space. I said this year, Bounce, nah. I'm posting content, bro. Mindset, I'm gonna make it as authentic as possible, bro. And if 1,000 people, 100 people, 500 people lock in every single day, I don't care about the numbers. People will message in the comments like, when I was getting like 50 views and 150 views, ha, you got 100 views. Bro, yeah, I got 100 views, bro. I got 100 views. I don't mind. I'm still going. There's nothing stopping me, bro. There's nothing stopping me. Why is nothing should be stopping you, bro? You need to go and get it, bro. And message, DM them, message the people, DM me. Don't mean that I'm gonna reply, but I might reply. I might see something of interest and be like, yeah, this makes sense here. DM people. In Dragon Mart is like the Alibaba in Dubai. Yeah? Thousands of people travel through Dragon Mart every single day. Yeah? And there's always people, the whole of Dragon Mart is trying to sell. They're selling cold outreach in person. Cold outreach. And there's no ego. They don't care. They're trying to sell. And they might go through 1,000 people. There might be 10 of them people that they sold, or 1. And that might have paid their bills for the rest of the week. And they have to tweak things, look at other angles, how to sell. But you're sitting there procrastinating, thinking about, oh shit, this is what I'm gonna do, or it's not gonna go right, or my friends are not gonna support me, or this, that. Bro, get up and go and do it. Get up and go do it. Do you know you don't have to have no followers on TikTok to get hundreds of thousands of views? Are you okay? Do you know that Instagram has changed the algorithms to your niche? Are you okay? Get up and go and do it. I don't want to hear no for an answer. I want you to get up and go and do it. And that's what we need to keep on doing. And people they're rattled. They don't understand raw. Like, my man's online and he's just talking the things. Bro, man has to talk the things to grow the culture. Because man needs to, the younger generations to rub us out and do better than us. Get 100 million deals and do better than us. Yeah, that's what we need to be doing. And we need to be giving the people their flowers. Because what I realized is people feel uncomfortable when you're giving people flowers. I started giving people flowers and people felt uncomfortable about it. And I realized we're not used to giving people flowers. We're used to tearing each other down. Don't let that go over your head, man. You get me? Don't let that go over your head. Keep on going. You've got your business. Put it out there. Swallow your ego. No one don't really care at the end of the day. And I'll always leave it like that. No one don't really care. Now, guys, I get a couple thousand views and I'm very grateful for every single day you lot are tuning in. Now, if I can ask you just to like my video, it will help me bringing out a positive message to the younger generation, to the older generation, to anyone that wants to make change. So if you can like and subscribe, that's all I ask. But I see you tomorrow, man. Break down the Syrie tomorrow. Whoosh.